well, maybe not. We're live, folks. We're always live. It is, what do you know? Again, it's just been playing games. Welcome to Stirring the Pot with Lou Marconi and Johnny Cleveland, part of the Fanatical L's Network, fans first. Join us now.
Hey, we got football to talk about.
Hello, Lou.
Yeah, we actually have football stuff to talk about. Isn't it great? Good
Training
evening,
camp.
John.
Good evening. It's storming
Yeah.
again here in Columbus.
It was
We-
here up here too. Yeah,
This has been like a monsoon season for Ohio.
it's hard to keep up with cutting your grass when it gets this wet and rainy.
So green. Now, I was in Seattle last week, and they have had a huge drought. Like they have not had any rain in and around
really,
Seattle.
for the Pacific Northwest, that's rare,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the summers are pretty nice. A lot of people think it rains, and they do get rain, but recently, this past couple months, it's just been dry, very dry.
Ooh.
I caught a Seattle Storm WNBA game while I was out
Wow.
there.
I'm
That was-
sorry.
I know. Well, the dude, like I was talking about it on my show the other day. You know, I know that they have this wonderful product. They have these young stars, but I was sitting there with my daughter who played college ball, and we were, through the game, it was pretty obvious that these players they get these open 10-foot, 15-foot looks or layups, and they were missing so many shots. It was just bad basketball. Good defense
Well-
on occasion, but so many missed shots on the offensive end. You can't really have a good product if you can't produce on the offensive end. Now they did sell out the arena. I mean, the arena was full house, a lot of excitement, a lot of young fans. Paige Bucher, the player who plays for the Dallas Wings and used to play for Connecticut, is playing for Dallas. So there was some excitement in the air, but I went back and I looked at the team stats this afternoon just to get my bearings on it. In that game, Seattle, not that you could care less, any Browns fans, but they shot 30% from the field. They were 23 for like 75. I'm like, that is just crap. I think so.
Yeah, it's not really that exciting basketball. But anyway, let's talk about more exciting stuff. Let's talk about training camp stats. Let's do that.
Yes.
I'm like, is this, where did this come from? Is this like this is the first time I can remember seeing like stats being counted in training camp practices. I'm like,
right. I mean, last year, I think they were doing a little bit of it, but it definitely
not like
seems
this. No,
no.
it's like he had 2 touchdowns. I said it was practice. It's
Right.
just,
Right.
you know what's going to happen next, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to people on Twitter complaining about play calling during training camp. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. Why did he call that play? What was he thinking?
No, today Shador Sanders went 9 for 9 according to
Good
these
for
stats,
him. Yeah, good.
with 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns. The big news that came out yesterday, and I wanted to ask you, Lou, this timing of Kenny Pickett's injury.
Kenny Pickett's injury, yeah.
I mean, a full day after a practice.
It happened at the end of Saturday, I think was what happened.
Yeah, but they didn't disclose it until the end of yesterday, and so some people are like, is this fabricated? Is this being made up? People are saying it's a grade 2 hammy.
I think they were examining it.
Leaving? Is this the beginning of the end?
Well, nobody's going to want to trade for an injured quarterback. I think they're going to probably do another MRI because the swelling made it inconclusive. Which that means, when you have a soft tissue injury like that, those things tend to linger.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity for Shador. It's an opportunity for Dylan Gabriel. Now, like I said, I always thought that Pickett had the best chance of starting come September 7th.
Yeah.
With this injury, now I'm going to say it's probably Flacco.
Yeah.
And they said that from the reports that I'm seeing from camp was that he looks good in the offense because he knows it and he's a veteran. He doesn't have that many reps because he doesn't need that many reps. He's, it's like riding a bike for him, and he can come in, Go ahead.
The national perspective on all of this. The people that are looking at this are saying, and I've said this the other day on my show, Joe Flacco will be back on his couch in the next few months, probably in retirement after this next season with the Brownies, if it lasts the whole season.
Do you think this is his last season with us in football?
I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know. He's a competitor. He'll probably want to keep playing, but this is the last go around with the Browns. I don't see this as a long-term bit, and I think everybody sees it for what that is. So now Kenny Pickett's injured. So you should, like we've talked about this already, see what we can get out of these two rookies, Shedeur and the other guy who's going to be a lifelong backup. But you probably disagree with about Dillon Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Do you disagree with that take?
Nah, I don't disagree.
Do you see? I see him as a lifelong backup.
No, I can see that. I think that's what they did. I will say this: I'm going to be bold. Real bold, but I think 2026 they're gonna draft a quarterback.
So we've come to that conclusion now.
Kenny
Pickett, okay.
No, it had nothing to do with Kenny Pickett. I think regardless, they don't think anybody here could be the long-term solution unless Shedeur comes out and just blows everybody away, or Dillon Gabriel.
He's winning over the young fan base. He's winning over older fan bases.
It's practice, okay? It's practice. Let's see what happens in
Browns
games.
fans tend to get.
I hope he does well. Yes. I hope. Well, you know what the thing is. It's not just Browns fans. It's NFL fans. I'm seeing videos of Aaron Rodgers throwing passes. Ooh, look at that! Or like when Ashton Genty was doing drills in shorts and helmets. Like, oh, what a mistake to pass on this guy, huh, Cleveland? We're like he's doing.
I started to cry the other day when I saw the slow motion video that the Houston Texans had. Of Nick Chubb, and I'm telling you, Lou, it was in slow motion, but he looked pretty fast and pretty.
I'm sure.
Physique.
I hope he does well. I wish Nick Chubb the best.
I got this bet internally going on with Steve Gill. We got a big $10 riding on it that he's going to go over 1,000 yards. I'm feeling pretty confident, Steve Gill. By the way, Steve Gill does the Cleveland Browns Dog Pound South podcast. Check him on Sundays. And by the way, thank you for joining us. This is the Fanatical Elves Network, part of Fans First Network. And listen to us here or watch us right now on the X. If you're watching us right now, please, I implore you to interact with us. I know Lou is great at answering questions. Some of you are watching.
Yeah, I love it when you guys interact.
Well, you get a lot of good interactions. We got to get more here, Lou, on our show.
People are welcome to comment. I'm happy to do it. I was going to say this too, that I saw that the UFL leading rushing touchdown, a rushing touchdown.
Toe guy.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I was not trying to be crass with you. I was being snarky with my response to you in social media.
Actually, it was a good free agent signing. They're going to give the kid an opportunity. He has an opportunity.
Yep.
I'm glad they did that. I'm also, and like I said, injuries happen, things happen. Same thing happened like with what happened with Kenny Pickett, and it was a rollout. It's just a simple rollout, and his hamstring went. So I hate to see that, but here we are. Now we have 4 quarterbacks. Why do you have 4 quarterbacks? That's why.
Right.
That's why you have 4. Now we have 3. So for the time being, and like I said, those injuries can linger. The thing is, I said this Friday with Sherry, and I remember last year reports out of practice was how the offense didn't look good.
Yeah.
Or the joint practices, because I know there's one joint practice with Carolina next week, and then the following week there's 2 with the Eagles before the preseason games. So it's like, and then the preseason games, they didn't look good. It was kind of like, okay, but it's preseason, it's just practice. We're okay. I'm glad Shedeur's looking good in practice. I'm glad quarterbacks are looking good in practice.
Sure.
I want to see the offense be able to execute in the joint practices and on preseason games, because I think our defense is going to be good. Because the other thing I was hearing, I don't know if you're the Schlesinger and Mason Graham are looking really good in training camp. They're looking fantastic.
Our top 2 picks that no one really wants to talk about. They don't.
No, they're going to. Yeah, and I did make a prediction that I think Judkins will sign his contract and he will play this year after serving suspension and getting counseling.
You
That's my
think he will? Okay.
I think he will, but I think he's going to have to comply with counseling because I remember if you hear Andrew Barry talk right after that happened, they talked about the program they have for him. Yeah.
Is there? I know Ethan was talking with Mike the other day on his show about
Hmm.
the fact that Judkins is not signed.
No, he's not.
He's not. So he's really not part of the
He's
team.
the only player
so,
in the draft. No, technically he's not. Yeah.
So the Browns technically could never sign him.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think he will sign because he's not going to get anything better than what's going to be offered to him now.
Then of course they start showing all the videos of Travion Henderson.
Oh, of course.
So well.
Yeah, it just I know. Yeah, I mean, really, you know, when we made the pick in April, everybody was happy. Nobody, and he had no red
it's
flags.
It's unforeseen. We did not have this on our bingo card, obviously.
The thing that bothered me too was like she said she had prior instances with him, but he never escalated to hitting. Mm-hmm. So that means he's gotten angry before. Mm-hmm. He's gotten mad. Okay. Mm-hmm. What happened? And like I said, being mad and yelling is one thing, but actually getting to the point.
Well, it's a real fine line, isn't it, Lou? Because we all know. I mean, human spirit and who we are, and you're driven. These athletes are asked to do so many things to walk a tightrope, you know, to right. do it the right way. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, then you're talking like school wise, academically. His mom's a lawyer. His dad's a businessman. He's done so well, and there were no red flags because he did these things so well. But even with all that pressure on, you know, with the pressure, you know, you can only go so far. And obviously he really screwed up and he's paying for that right now.
Yeah.
But you just, you can't, you don't know all the time. There are so many situations of other people out there that are in these spots, and some of them don't react and some of them do react. And those that are reacting are the ones that are getting in trouble. It's a fine line.
Oh, absolutely. And as a man, you're expected to be in control and not Correct. Let that get to you.
By the way, follow Lou Marconi. He's got his different tags there. It's L Marconi 251.
Yep, on Instagram.
And then L Marconi, is that 1973? Are those
1970? Those years born 1973.
Are those both on X?
L Marconi 251's Instagram.
Okay, sweet. And I've got Elves Network. Follow us on the Elves Network, pretty much on YouTube, Instagram, the X,
Spotify, Apple
Spotify. Follow us on TikTok. We're creating some amazing.
Yeah,
TikTok
I'm
videos.
Hearing about this newfangled TikTok thing.
Yeah,
I'm the old man here. You know, I'm like.
Well, I should let you know, Lou, and the fans out there. We're getting bigger and stronger as a network, and we have some folks in the background who are creating some more content. Some more. We're coming up with a new intro for the Fanatical Elves Network itself. I know I see some of these other.
We have gerbils on wheels working.
Right, we have gerbils on wheels in the background. Absolutely, we're always thinking. It was funny. I was watching Texas coach, and I can't think of the guy's name. University of Texas. Maybe this was a good lead in the Michigan, but Texas. They were on ESPN, and they were.
They're playing Ohio State August 30th.
They are. They're playing Ohio State
at noon.
They were talking about his. He's started during the pandemic. He had some medical issues, and so he's been walking a lot, and he's been talking about how, and it's kind of like Lou, probably like when you're working out or if I'm walking, you know, sometimes when we do those exercise sorts of things, that's where some of our creative thinking comes, and we think of some new things. And so he was talking about how he came up with that. There was one particular special play that he designed in one of the bowl games in the last year or two, and it worked, and he came up with that in his head while he was, you know, walking one time. So I thought that was funny because you know, as a coach, as an athlete, you know, those are things that some of us do. So
that'll be a fun game to watch. Yeah, that because it's two top 5 teams playing each other week 1 and at noon.
I'm considering strongly we should if anybody else from the Fanatical Elves comes down, we're going to the tailgates. with since ESPN's coming
Oh,
and Fox.
I can't that morning. It's my daughter's 10th birthday.
Well, that's not a good
party.
excuse.
Oh,
What,
it's not a good
10th
excuse. My
birthday
daughter's
party?
birthday.
Come on now,
Yeah,
Lou.
my daughter's birthday party. But yeah,
Happy
that was a good.
birthday.
Oh yes, she'll be 10. I was gonna say, yeah, because I was listening to, I was following stuff with the Scoop, with the Ohio State Buckeyes people,
Yes.
with Nevada and B Moses. These guys were doing it. They've been doing podcasts. They had a guy on from Tennessee talking about the Michigan scandal. Michigan went through the COI hearing. Let's just start from the beginning with this, because when a college program gets investigated by the NCAA and they find the violations, whatever level they are, whatever they are, normally there's a negotiated settlement. It doesn't even get to this point. Whatever was trying to be negotiated by the NCAA, Michigan didn't want to do. And that's what I think they don't want to give up that national championship, because Connor Stalions was video scouting, advanced scouting teams, stealing and recording and stealing their signals, which is against the rules. And that's basically, they knew what other teams were going to run from 2021 to 2023. Let's also say this. You want to know where that started from? Because also Michigan went from like a 60-70% win team to a 90% win team overnight. I guess they said this started in 2020 when Harbaugh, on a conference call with other Big Ten coaches, said something to Ryan Day about having a staffer arrive early and accused him of cheating. And Ryan Day got pissed and said, we're going to drop 100 on you in Ann Arbor. He said that to him, and guess what happened? Oh, their players had COVID. They couldn't play. And then the Stallions thing started happening. Oh, I loved it. Did you do that?
I just did that.
Well, then the Stallion stuff started happening, and they couldn't beat us for 15 years, and then they beat us 4 straight. Now, last year, the sign stealing had nothing to do with it. That was just a bad game by Ohio State. But nonetheless, that able to help them recruit, because when you can win more, you can recruit better. So it really it turned things around for a little bit. Now, what's expected, because it's aggravated failure to monitor, because basically everybody knew that what they were doing, they knew what was going on. Why Tennessee got involved is because the year in 2022, Tennessee and Clemson were contending for a college football playoff spot when there was only 4. The concern that Michigan had was not being able to get in if they lose a game. So Connor Stalions gave South Carolina the signals of Clemson and Tennessee. In those 2 games, South Carolina had a terrible offense.
Yeah.
They won maybe 3 games that year, but they won 2 against no, they maybe won 4 games that year, but they won 2. They back to back. They beat Tennessee and Clemson. Scored 9 straight consecutive touchdowns and 9 consecutive possessions. That Tennessee game, they were 22-point underdogs, and they won by 25. What are the odds of that happening? And for the first time ever, they had wristbands. This is South Carolina against Tennessee. So it's like, now it's just astounding that nobody, once you pick up on what was going on. Oh, okay. But the reason why people are fatigued by this, because it usually takes 3 or 4, even 5 years. This is 2.5 years. It's expected. The hearing was June 6th and 7th. They said basically 30 to 90 days. We're right about there. It's going to happen before the season starts. They're saying the NCAA is going to come down they're going to vacate wins, including their national championship and Big Ten championship.
Suckers.
They're going to have to give up scholarships. This is what's expected. They're going to have a 2-year bowl ban and suspensions with show cause, as well as a fine, probably $25 million. The reason being it's going to be big is because they didn't cooperate with the NCAA. If they would have cooperated, they might have gone leaner. They didn't cooperate with the NCAA. They were just trying. And I think the reason why they didn't negotiate the settlement was because the NCAA said, we're taking that national championship. And some were even saying they could end up forfeiting these wins, which if they forfeit those wins, that I don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be, they forfeit those wins and they have to give all those back to Ohio State. That would be awesome. Yes, I would love it. So I thought that was interesting. I personally thought that was. I've written about it. I've covered it because I only cover the Browns. I
Yes.
cover the Cavs, and I also cover the Buckeyes. So that I just thought was interesting. So people are kind of it's. I think it's really this is a major college football cheating scandal, and it's not covered. It's hardly covered at all.
Hmm. You think it's just because it's Michigan and
I don't know.
and we just okay.
It's because it's Michigan and people are favorable to Michigan, the national
That's what.
media.
Yeah,
Or,
frustrates me living here in Columbus. The number of people that are have the balls to plant a Michigan flag or something here in Columbus. It just drives me batty.
and I'd piss on it.
Right, right, man. Hey, let's pause
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
quick commercial break. This is
Yes.
Stirring the Pot.
Speaking of pissing, here
We'll
we
be
go.
right back. And we are back here on Stirring the Pot, where Lou was just discussing that team from up north and how they
Mhm.
are going to be hopefully suspending their program.
Not suspending the program, just giving up. They're gonna have a bowl ban. They're gonna
Mm,
give up scholarships. They're still gonna play, but
okay.
they're gonna be hit pretty hard. You have a 2 year bowl ban
You
or
remember the
3 year
year that
bowl
they got
ban.
beat by Appalachian State?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I
Wasn't that
remember
the
that.
greatest moment of
Toledo
all
beat them
time?
once too. Yeah, yeah, I remember when Toledo beat them. We were like,
Now I have
whoa.
to walk a fine line because I went to college up in that state up north. I didn't go to that school, but my son also went to another college up there in that state up north, and he
Hmm.
currently lives up there and works in the Grand Rapids area
Hmm.
and really enjoys it. It is, I shouldn't say that it is a nice area to live in, though
Sure.
many of you will disagree with that because it is the state from up north. But so I have a slightly skewed view of that state, but I despise and I loathe that university as much as anybody.
They call them scum. They call
They
'em
are scum of the earth. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and keep in mind, I mean, you could say that cheating impacted the 2024 win because they were able to recruit players,
Yes.
and it's
So
just.
I have a new
Mhm,
colleague who has a son, a
mhm,
stepson, who is trying out or is on the Ohio State Buckeyes team. He's going into his junior year, and I can't give you the last name because I can't think of it right now. I think it's Jackson. He wears number 63. He's potentially could play the offensive line. So they
mhm,
start camp this next week. So I'm anxious to see how
mhm.
he does. He's going into his third year with the team. He didn't travel with the team last year.
Right.
It's a huge recruiting class and all of that fun stuff. So should be fun to see what happens. But the Buckeyes open the season against the Texas Longhorns
Yep.
at
August
Ohio
30th.
Stadium, noon kickoff, correct?
Yes, August 30th, Saturday, August
Yeah.
30th.
So if you're in
Yeah.
the Ohio area, you're in Columbus, and you can't get into the game, my stepson got tickets to the game, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
Clay
what
got
to that one?
tickets,
Oh, good for him.
a boatload for the tickets. But if you want to come early and go tailgating,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Well, one other thing too, there's also a series. I don't know if you noticed this YouTube series what the Browns are releasing, called instead of building the Browns, it's called Building Brownstown,
Oh, okay. I haven't watched
and
it.
it's about building the dome and the area around
They've
it.
already started it. It's on.
It's been on. They've had people on. They've had the architect Nathan Zagura does the interviews, and they had the people J.W. Johnson and his wife on talking about what they're trying to build and what they
Yeah.
want the fans to have because they want to create the great fan experience that I think everybody wants, and I think.
Yes.
And Earl the Pearl on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show had the best take
What
that
did
I
he
heard
say?
about. He said it's almost like it's human nature that people are resistant to change, and that's
Yes.
really what the pushback is on this a lot. They're just resisting the change right now. And
But the other part, this other part of the argument and
Mhm,
resisting the change, the
mhm,
the the constant argument I'm still hearing from fans is the one about the Haslams taking our money, even though I've shared out that this $600 million, and we've talked about this also,
mhm,
is stuff that's been sitting out there for 10 plus years.
and
But
it's a
then the
loan.
conversation stems from, well, those people that go out there and try to get that money that are earned, that have are owed that money from the state have to go through 1,000 different hoops to get that money to prove that it's them, whereas the Haslam's just get handed this money by the governor and the state legislature, and so there's just a lot of anger still.
Excuse me.
So how do you respond to that? I mean, my response
Yeah.
to it has just
Go
been,
ahead. I have a response. Go
yeah,
ahead.
my response is just that, like, it's, I continually say, hey, it's the 600 million. It's been there 10 years. I know, like, and people say, well, we should use it for education and things like this. And I'm like, listen, I agree, but those monies are positioned in these budgets in a particular way. And well, then they'll say, well, why didn't the legislation just give the $600 million to the schools? And I'm like, well, that was their decision.
Did the
they made
schools
it.
ask for it?
Well,
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
people could argue that, like, schools are always asking for more money. It's
right.
I understand a lot of this is, it is political in a way. We have to move forward. We have to move on,
Right.
and it's going to happen. And
it's a loan. It's considered an investment that's going to be paid back with interest. It's a bond, basically. And that's one. Two, this is money set aside for all Ohio professional sports teams, not just the Haslams. You have to show up to the state and present your plan and how it's going to work and what you think.
that was his response, by the way. Thank you, MC, for following.
Yeah, that's true. Harbaugh ran to the NFL as soon as he could, didn't he? Yep. God bless. Oh, well, geez. Thanks, MC. He's the Pope.
Yes.
He's the Pope MC. I like you. Where was I at?
But yeah, like I was just responding to the 600 million and all this money, and again,
but the whole thing's 3.6 billion, and 600 million is a fraction of this. It's a fraction of what's sitting in that fund too. That fund's like 4.8 billion, and there's nothing stopping anybody from claiming it. You can go online and put in your claim. Yeah. I mean,
some people have said that they've tried that, and there's a lot of red tape that goes with it. And then it's more difficult
bureaucracy.
Than people,
I can understand. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think they said there was 133 million or 133,000 Ohioans who, in the last weeks right after it came out, with all that the unclaimed funds, put in a claim, like you're saying.
I was one of them, and the other one we did with my in-laws is the estate. Mm-hmm. They had some money sitting there, so it wasn't a lot. It's like 20 or $30, but it's like, okay. I mean, if 20 or $30 is going to set you back that much, I mean, dude, I mean, I'm sorry, but I was going to say this is that there's no way of satisfying any, because guess what would have happened if they stayed on the lakefront? What would have paid for that? What would have paid for that? What would have paid for that renovation?
Taxes and
taxes and more. It would have been all taxpayer money. And it would just sit there empty 350 days out of the year, and we get nothing in return.
Yeah, and I've shared that also, that it will be used for multiple events and activities.
It's just they're raiding the fund. You see those headlines? They're raiding the fund. They're pillaging the fund. It's it just the use of words sometimes just blows my mind. And I remember when Brook Park voted for the rezoning of that land so they can build it.
Yes.
And the people that showed up in support of it were all union construction workers that want the work.
Those of you who are out there who snarkily saying, well, it'll save people from Columbus 20-minute drive. Yeah, it will save us 20-minute drive. So thank you very much, the Haslams, for building it there in Brook Park.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit longer of a ride for me on the Rapid, but I mean, I could do it.
Well, you love the Rapid. I love the Rapid.
Oh, yeah. So do I. You have the homeless, stinky people on the Rapid. It's also great.
Lou, the Indians, the Guardians,
Cherokee people,
Emmanuel Clase.
He was gambling, I heard.
Suspended today, or put on hold by the Major League Baseball.
Paid administrative leave pending a Major League Baseball investigation. Is that my understanding?
Yep.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty much
adds to the other guy, Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, Ortiz.
So
Luis
both
Ortiz.
pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
Both now are being investigated, and it could not have come at a worse time for the Guardians, who are 8 games out of first place, 3 or 4 games out of the playoff picture, but they've had some momentum in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've
So
been
this
playing
will
better
hurt.
from what I heard. Yeah.
But talking to a lot of Cleveland baseball fans and analysts of the team, there's a lot of concern about what is being reported and how far does this go? Is it
With
just these two guys? They're saying that that's all that the Major League Baseball, Association is looking at, but could this involve the manager? Could this involve other players on the team? I mean, how
it,
deep does this thing go?
it goes as deep as they'll find it, I think. I mean, that's speculation. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's two players on the team that busted for this. I would hope that the
That's
team is not that.
too many players.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too many players. I agree. Did they say how long it would be? Is it indefinitely?
I think it's just indefinitely.
Wow, wow.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
No, that's not good at all. So, hey,
I mean,
you
if
know
the
what?
Indians were, if the Guardians were just sort
We call
of
them Indians.
call them Indians, if they were, out of the playoff picture, at this point, oh well. But
Oh,
they were starting
speaking
to
of
get some.
baseball, there's
Yeah,
a death that just happened. I found out.
just now.
Yeah, for baseball player Ryan Sandberg
Ryan
passed away.
Sandberg.
Yep, the Chicago Cubs player.
He wasn't that old.
No, he was 1959.
So he
Yeah,
was
he's born in 59. So
65
he's
years old.
65 years
Did
old.
they
Yeah.
give a cause of death?
Let me look here. It's on Major League Baseball. Blah,
Oh
blah,
wow.
blah.
I liked, back in the day, Lou, you and I know this growing up in that age.
He battled cancer for the last 2 years.
Okay.
According to this Major League Baseball post. Yep.
WGN was always on Channel 9, even in Cleveland, and the Cubs were always on TV in the afternoon. You could always catch a baseball game in the summer on Channel 9 WGN. Ryan Sandberg was part of those teams. So
yep,
that's very sad.
Those Cubs teams, yeah.
Not saying
sad.
anything about, like, I
my
said
condolences
this before,
go out to his family. Yep.
A couple weeks ago, but Bernie Kosar, I hope to pray to God that he's okay. He does not seem like he's in the best.
He
health.
looks real skinny. He looks really
extremely
frail, yeah. Or maybe I don't want to say emaciated. Would you go that far?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I saw him at the training camp stuff, and it's heartbreaking to see that. Yeah.
Well, it is, and I was watching his mobility and just different things because obviously he's reported being in the hospital, but I don't know if he's ever disclosed completely. Have you ever heard of this complete disclosure of exactly what's going on? I mean, he doesn't have to, but you're posting photos from his hospital bed.
I don't know. He's probably, if he's keeping it private, that's his business. But I hope he does. Right. I hope he gets healthy.
Well, he's a very big public figure. Everybody loves Bernie, and we just hope and pray that he'll be good. I guess he's working this year with the Browns, or broadcast. He's back with ESPN maybe, or Cleveland. I'm not.
ESPN Cleveland, or
not sure. One of them. They've mentioned that he's back with them. So
would that? Well, didn't he win? Didn't he have a lawsuit going on for a while there?
Yeah. Hey, are you going up to any training camp practices still?
No, not this year. No, not this year. Okay. I'm not going to be doing it. I have a lot of family stuff to take care of. I mean, people kind of know, but it's just, there's a lot going on. A year from now, it's very possible that I can, because I think things will be settled in by early June next year. I'm knocking on wood.
So if Kenny Pickett is gone for the next 4 to 6 weeks, let's say he's out.
Wow, that's a pretty big hamstring injury.
What somebody said there was a level 2 hamstring. So they said the recovery period for that is 4 to 6 weeks. So let's say it's 4 weeks. That puts you at the first.
That he'll start the season on the injured list.
Right.
And they don't have to cut a guy. Okay.
So Joe Flacco is the assumed starter. Then I mean, I'd push for Shedeur just because I'm a Shedeur fan.
You're a Shedeur guy. Yeah. I want anybody that's playing under
those
center
tallies,
for us.
Those completion percentages, during camp are so important.
Yes, it is. I want whoever's under center for us to succeed on Sundays or whenever we play. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. So if it's Shedeur, if it's Gabriel, if it's Flacco, if it's Pickett, or whoever they draft next year.
Wasn't it that Tony Grossi one time called Baker Mayfield a munchkin or a midget?
I think, yeah. he had trouble for that, but I know I remember somebody was saying that he said that about Dylan Gabriel, but that was actually what he said about Mayfield.
Yeah, so Dylan Gabriel is small in stature.
Yeah,
Um, but
but
he's
he's
been doing some good
5'11".
things. Yeah.
Yeah, Baker was like 6 feet. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I
think. Kyler Murray and Bryce Young are shorter than Dylan Gabriel by
okay.
an inch. Mm-hmm.
I heard Baker Mayfield's contract got reworked today a little bit. He got more guaranteed
Oh,
money, I
good for
think,
him.
up front. So yeah, yeah. Well, what else is going on, Lou? Anything else going on this week?
Well, just kind of waiting to see what happens because we got the Hall of Fame game, which I believe it's Lions Chargers. Thursday
Okay,
night, we're gonna see NFL
on
football.
Thursday.
On Thursday night, and then the following Friday on the 8th, we'll be back next Monday to talk about. We'll talk about the
Yeah,
Browns are at Carolina, and then the following week they're going to Philadelphia, and then on the 23rd, I don't know if you're going to make the trip up for the preseason game. I am looking forward to just sitting on a. I'm going to watch the preseason game because I'm going to watch the quarterbacks play.
yeah,
I want
for
to see
sure.
how I want to see these quarterbacks. I
What
know it's
day is that?
that's a Saturday, August 23rd at 1 o'clock. It's a 1
It's an
1
afternoon
p.m.
game. I might.
Yeah,
I'll see what I'm
I'll
doing.
definitely want to go. If hey, it's a nice warm August day, as long as it's not
Right,
pouring. But the thing
right.
is, where I sit, I'm covered, so I love it. I'm staying
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And I even told the friend that I have Harvey, the guy I do the season
yeah.
tickets with. We agreed we're going to continue to do this until one season into the dome.
Okay.
Then we'll see where it goes from there. And I'm all for it at that point. But
You guys are planning to do it one season in the dome,
yes, at least
regardless of
one.
price.
Regardless of price, as
Uh,
long as it's not ridiculous. But yeah, but yeah, and the thing is, I'm hearing about PSLs, but nothing's been said about that
yeah,
at this point. There was premium seats that get PSLs. I've heard of that,
yeah.
but it doesn't make business sense to price your customers out of your building.
Mhm. No, that's what I'm wondering about too.
Yeah,
Because it is something that
if you
I'd like to keep the season tickets myself. Most of us would like to keep those,
well, I
but
was going to say this for sure that that I'm always I don't want to say cheap, but I'm thrifty on how I spend my money, what I do, especially when I go. I take the Rapid. It's
yeah,
costs $5 for the day.
it does. And a
And,
lot of times you can cheat the system. And you don't even have to show them your thing on your phone. You can just show the guy that's down there in Terminal Tower, and you can show a ticket from 2 months prior, and they
they'll
won't
be like,
know.
scan it. They'll be like, scan it.
Yeah, they never scan it, especially when you get crowds like that. So
Yeah.
it's a risk, but I'm willing to take that
You're willing
risk.
to take that. You're willing to game the system. No, I pay. I do. I pay. But and
Good for you,
then
Lou.
we give food at Tower City, and it costs like half the price it would at the stadium. Get
Where
more
do you
food.
go in Tower? Tell me again where you go when you go in there to Tower City, because back in the day, Tower City was like the place to be, and a lot of those places have.
There's a
It's
food court there, and there's a Japanese place. There's a
you mentioned
Chinese
this
place.
Japanese place. So is it where is the food court when I get off the Rapid?
You go up one level.
You go up one level.
You go up one level. Hmm.
So like
And
yeah, okay.
you know how you have to head to go to the public square. Go
Yes.
the opposite way.
And you go up one level too.
You go up. No, it's level one, and it's there. You should That's the food court stop. Yeah,
So it's
it's
on the
level
same
one.
level as you would
Yeah,
leave
have you
when
ever had to walk to? You ever use the
yeah,
walkway to the Quicken Loans Arena or the Rocket
yes.
Arena? Yeah, it's
Yes.
head that way. It's right.
It's the
You have
same way.
it's the same way. Hmm.
Right. So is the
Yeah, so that's
Japanese place, is that the only place to eat
no,
there?
no. There's a
No.
Japanese place. There's a sandwich place. There's the Chinese place.
Well, I need to check this place
There's the
out when I go up in
pizza. Yeah,
September. Yeah.
there's all kinds of like I said. But if it's a Sunday morning, it's early. Usually the Chinese place is the only one that's open. There's this little
Okay.
Chinese lady that yells at you. It's great. What you want to eat? What you want to
No
eat?
soup for you.
Yeah, no soup for you. That's always funny. I know. Um,
All right.
but then,
Wow.
like I said, then again, and then you could get a snack at the stadium and you're fine. You're not spending like $200, $300 a game. You don't
That's
have to.
true.
You
No.
don't have to. I mean,
But
there's
it's important
ways.
to get at least one hot dog with
Yeah,
stadium mustard on it.
get some.
I mean,
Yeah, get some. We do.
that's a
Yeah, I've done
Cleveland
that.
thing.
I've done that. Yeah, it depends on what I'm in the mood for when I get there. I've got my food there, but I don't.
Lou can eat, man. I forget what he ordered when I saw you
What was
last
that?
year when we met
Was
up
that the
with Sherry.
tacos? Was that the tacos?
Maybe it was the tacos. Yeah. And we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
to meet Ken Carmen. By the way, thank you, Ken Carmen, if you're listening or follow us at all,
we appreciate
he
it.
joined the Browns Blitz and Rod Bloom. Great program last week Monday. So thank you. Ken.
Was it Rod's show? I would love to have.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a big wrestling fan. Did you know? Yeah, he knew who I was. It surprised me. He heard him. I was like, oh, yeah, because actually Sherry went over and talked to him. Says, hey, I got an ex-wrestler over here. He goes, oh yeah, Lou, I know who he is. He came over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, then
Lou has a huge Wikipedia page.
Yeah,
everybody check it out. Type in.
Yeah, that's
Lou
what
Marconi.
I'm known for, is having a large Wikipedia page. Matches right up with my ego. Yeah, that's what I'm known for. Ken Carmen. Yeah, he was nice. We
also had Emmett Golden from 850 Cleveland with our colleague Ethan Greenberg, and Heather. So that was on their best doggone podcast in the land. So thank you, Ethan.
I had one time
Emmett Golden.
I had Cameron Justice on my show, and she never came back.
Cameron.
She never came back.
Well, I've talked to Cameron. Cameron, if you're listening, the invite to join our show or to join my Johnny Cleveland show is still out there. I know she's been very busy, and she's
very busy, and she's very sweet. I was just kidding.
Yes.
She's a very sweet lady,
but
very, very knowledgeable.
If you're famous and you're in Cleveland, we are the Fanatical Elves Network. We want you on our programming. We implore you. We think we are the best. You guys are the best. So let's get together and do a show.
Hey, and you know what? You could be like me, because I'm just here to look pretty. So that's what I'm going to do.
He's the good-looking one.
That's what I was told.
I'm the really good-looking one.
Yes. And Ethan is the really, really good.
Yeah, Ethan.
Yes,
yes. All right. Hey, Lou, have a great night.
Yeah, you guys too. And we'll talk back. We'll come back next Monday. We'll probably talk more stuff. A lot can change. I'm just glad we're talking football again. And we have football stuff to talk about. And guess what? Michigan, you're going to get what's coming to you.
Michigan,
and you deserve it. You deserve every bit of it. Yes. I love you. See, he's playing with the sound effects now. See, I don't control this show. He does. So that's what's funny. It's a different
We're laughing at you, Michigan.
Yes, we are.
All right. See you, everybody.
Say
bye,
good night.
Lou.
Bye.